2 Minute Flute Tip Tuesdays.
Hello, it's Dr. Kristen Bakianki Stewart. Welcome. Today's 2-minute flute tip is the flute unplugged. What do you do when you buy your first open hold flute? Do you leave the plugs in? Do you take them out all at the same time, or do you take them out gradually? The first thing we have to ask ourselves as flutists is, why do we need an open hold flute? Why can't we just play on our closed hold flute or our plateaued flute? The reason why, once you get to an intermediate level, you move up to the open hold flute are a few reasons. The first reason is it gives you more resonance in the sound. The second reason is that it's really great for intonation because you can use some half-hole fingerings. The third reason is that it's great for your hand position. It really teaches you how to place those fingers in the correct spot. The fourth reason why it's great to have an open hold flute is so that you can produce many of the multiphonics, the contemporary techniques that flutists use on a daily basis, and overall the flute sounds better with the tone holes opened. Many people are so excited when they first get their open hold flute that they just want to take all the plugs out and play it. And that's a great thing to do. You can just rip the band-aid off and just go for it. That's what I did when I got my first open hold flute. I just took all the plugs out and I threw them in the garbage. That could be great for some people and not so great for other people. Fortunately, I have pretty long fingers and I was able to reach all the keys, but what if you have shorter fingers and you're not able to reach some of the keys to close the holes all the way? So like the third left hand, the third right hand, and this is where you can experiment. The first few weeks of your open hold flute experience will be a few weeks of discovery on how you are doing with your hand position. It's an eye-opener to say the least. What I tell my students is to take off the left two plug first, and then they can also try the right one or the right two. I usually have them leave the plugs in for the third fingers just because those are the hardest fingers to cover. And then once you start feeling more comfortable, you can take one out at a time. Another great tip is when you get those plugs, make sure that you get the plugs that you can push right into the key. If you push the plugs down far enough into the tone hole, you can feel where your fingers need to be so that when you pop them out finally, it's not a huge surprise to you. The flute unplugged can sound beautiful and resonant and it sings, but it's also okay if you still need to keep some of those plugged in the meantime while you're still getting used to the instrument and learning it. That's today's 2-minute flute tip. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
2 Minute Flute Tip Tuesdays.